Well, good morning, everyone. We'll give this Facebook Live feed a chance to grow and get some people viewing. But it's time. Thursday, it's now 9 a.m. in Southern California, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and 12 noon to all points east of here. So it's time to get this going. What's up, Kevin? Good morning. Good afternoon. I don't know what part of the country you're in. I don't remember. But anyway, good morning to you, sir. And everyone else, let's give this a few minutes. Already 50 people are watching according to Facebook here, but we'll give it a few minutes because I anticipate a pretty healthy audience, and we want to make sure that everyone is able to see and hear what's going on. So just as a little sound check, because now our office is a lot more active than it was at 6 a.m. when I did our test. I want to make sure that everyone's able to hear okay. So if you give a thumbs up or a like that you can hear this transmission with no problem, no issues. Well, at least one person can. Oh, no, here they come. Here comes the flood of thumbs up. Facebook Live is amazing like that. Okay, we're up to 100 people watching that quickly. It's only 1 minute in. We've got 100 people looking at it. Thanks for taking time out of your day. I know the people in the Eastern time zone, it's already noon, so maybe you're on lunch now, or if you are working, thanks to your supervisors or bosses, if that's the case, letting you take a minute to check out what's going on. Got 100 people in. We're going to let it grow a little bit longer, and then I'm going to go over Charlie Keeter. Thanks, Charlie. We're going to go over a couple of things and then get into what everyone's waiting for, and that's the announcement of the class of 2017, a group that I affectionately call or consider the nine competitors who will come into Diesel Power Challenge 2017 and go up against one tough champion, Charlie Keeter, and his 6-liter F-250. They don't know you're milking the clock, Daniel. That's a good one. I like that. All right, 170. Well, we know why we're here. And I want to start by saying thanks to everyone, all of you who took time to go out and find Diesel Power and send in ballots for your favorite truck and your favorite driver or owner. That really means a lot to me personally and a lot to us as a group, that you support the magazine so much and you have that kind of interest in Diesel Power Challenge. It's a great event. I anticipate having a really, really good year this year. We're going to find out who gets to play. One of the things that I've been up against for, I guess, the last 2.5 weeks, are contacts from a lot of people wondering who's in. Someone who is really concerned about that, believe it or not, is the current champion, Charlie Keeter. I don't know why Charlie's been so anxious to know who he has to fend off, but he's been blowing my phone up trying to get that information, and I don't have it. I have it now, locked in my desk. It's still locked up. I think you saw the photo I put up last night where I locked it down, and I haven't even opened the desk yet to retrieve it. It's all going to happen, and we're all going to see it at once. So anyway, Charlie, just sit tight, man. I've been telling you that, and the other people who have tried everything to get me to disclose who the names are, I guess everything short of just, passing me a bag stuffed with hundreds. And, I mean, even if that was the case, you'd be out of luck because I just don't know. Dustin, hang on, buddy. Hang on. Let's go. The anticipated time for going into the names, just to let everybody know, is about 10 after. We're going to go a few more minutes and let the room grow. And just want to know by a show of, I guess, posts or whatever, where everyone is checking in from. That's something that interests me. I know that in the anticipating post that I had up. They had contacts from Wisconsin and Michigan and points east and such, but just like to know from where is everyone now? Saskatchewan, pretty cool. How much of a reach we have. Adrian Torres in Colorado, very cool. Maine, welcome. Badass. Brookings, South Dakota, awesome, outstanding. Hello, Jesse, good morning in Pennsylvania. Dallas, Texas, yes, sir. Very, very cool. Erie, PA. And everyone, again, let's take one more chat. Travis Kohler, who cares? But anyway, let's take one more check and make sure that everyone can hear me, because I am in our office now, and there are colleagues that I have to be courteous to as far as how loud we can get with this. But okay, thumbs up. Looks like we're in good shape. Real quick, as far as last weekend and the whole diesel competition scene, how about that UCC last week? That was something else. I hope people were able to tune in and see what we were doing here on our Facebook Live, and there were a lot of other media that were live on Facebook or on their various channels and such. But that was one hell of a show. Very, very impressed. And one of the things I was happy to see was the participation, just from a competitor standpoint and also just from a spectator and diesel enthusiast and fan standpoint, of all the alum from Diesel Power Challenge. People that competed before I took over the magazine, and then people that have been part of Diesel Power Challenge for the past 2 years that I've been involved with it. It was really cool to see guys competing, and then talk with guys like Ray McClellan and Nate Stacy, and of course everybody's champion Levon Miller, who just never ceases to amaze me, and I'm sure a lot of you, with the way and the level that he and his team compete and nail down championships. So props to Levon here on our Facebook. In this feed, I want to say congratulations, and just continuing your legacy, really, as a consummate ambassador for the sport, and also just a great champion in these competitive spaces. Just so you know, those people who are going to Rudy's Diesel and Off-Road event, I will not be there. I was asked that at UCC, and unfortunately I can't make it down there, but our tech editor, John Lenbauer, has just left the building a moment ago on his way to LAX, and he will be in North Carolina at the Rudy's event. I have to attend a very important graduation. Someone who's very close to me. I call her like my little sister. She's finally graduating from college at the age of, well, I don't know if I should say her age, but she's in her 50s, and I'm very proud of her. It's really cool that she's finally completing the journey that she started a long time ago. And one of my promises was to attend the graduation if and when she did graduate. So I'll be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, while everybody is down at Rudy's doing their thing. I'll be at a college graduation celebrating a very good achievement. Anyway, we got 250 people now. That's what Facebook's telling me in the room. So we'll get ready to get started and get this thing on. I know there's a lot of anticipation now, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sealed envelope and open it up and read what it says. We'll find out who everyone who voted has selected to participate in Diesel Power Challenge 2017. What we'll do is go through those names, and then my screen went out here. Bear with me. We'll go through those names, and then we'll also hold on. Oops, don't know my own password. There we go. We'll go through those names and go down that list. And for people who might come in the middle of it or whatever, I'll just then go through it, I guess, quickly, and we'll have a few questions and answers. Not going to get into rules or anything like that. Basically what I'll do is go through the names and announce who's invited to play, and then probably spend the rest of the day into tonight contacting those competitors to confirm that they will be able to be there. And just so you'll know, what happens is we'll go through the names. Diesel Power Challenge, or what you voted on, are 9 competitors to go against Charlie Keeter, 3 from each of the major brands of truck. We also have an alternate. An alternate comes from this year, anyway, will be or could be one of the Ram participants. There's an alternate that is selected based on his stature or her stature in the points for that group. The alternate this year will be Ram. The primary alternate or first alternate would be Ram, because we go in a succession. We've had Ford as an alternate, and this is since I've taken over Diesel Power. We've had Ford as an alternate. Last year we had a GM truck as an alternate. So this year Ram is up, and that will be the first alternate. If that person can't make it or can't do it, we then fall to Ford, and if the Ford person can't do it, we then fall back to GM as far as alternates go. So pay attention to those names as well, and you don't know what's going to happen. And as far as alternates go, for the last 2 Diesel Power Challenges, alternates have been in the competition. So being an alternate isn't a bad thing by any means. And congratulations to everyone who in advance who selected, and thank you and congratulations to everyone who was just in the running. It's an amazing thing, and it's really a big deal to be selected by your peers, or even to throw yourself in there to be considered by your peers and fans to represent a brand in Diesel Power Challenge. So we're at 11 after. What I'm going to do is take my key. Here it is right here, the key to my desk. I go right over here. Unlock the desk, pull it out. All right, there it is. Diesel Power Challenge, Competitors 2017. It is sealed. I recommend pulling up our April issue. If you have it handy, pull up April issue so you can see whose truck is whose, or you can follow along basically. Okay, are you nervous? Excited? Here we go. Let's open this thing up. Is Charlie Keeter breathing now? Charlie, you breathing? All right. That's it. What we got here? Wow. I'm excited. Diesel Power Challenge 2017 competitors are: first, representing Ford, number 35, Sean Doran. Sean received 432 votes. He's from Richfield, Wisconsin, with a 2012 Ford F-250. It's compound turbocharged, 6.7-liter Ford Power Stroke, makes approximately 1,400 horsepower and 2,000 pound-feet of torque. Congratulations, Sean. Next up, representing Fords, number 33, Patrick Whitcomb, at 349 votes. He's from Hubertus, Wisconsin. Patrick has a 2008 Ford F-350. It's a dually. That's interesting. It's a compound turbocharged 6.4-liter Power Stroke, 1,200 horsepower, 2,200 pound-feet of torque. The third Ford going up against Charlie Keeter will be Tim John. Tim received 336 votes. He's from Jackson, Wisconsin. He has a 2008 Ford F-250. It's compound turbocharged with a 6.4-liter Power Stroke at 1,184 horsepower, 1,908 pound-feet of torque. So congratulations to Sean, Patrick, and Tim. We'll go back over these in just a moment. But those are the Fords who have been selected to campaign in Diesel Power Challenge 2017. Next up is GM. The GMs will be number 42, Cody Aldridge. Received 657 votes. He's from Valley View, Alberta, Canada. Cody has a 2004 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. The compound turbocharged 6.6-liter Duramax that makes 800 horsepower and 1,600 pound-feet of torque. The next GM is number 44, Rich Stroud, who received 632 votes. Rich is from Hicksville, New York, Long Island, Rich from Long Island, huh? Okay. Rich has a 2005 GMC Sierra 3500 HD. That's also a dually. It's a single turbocharged 6.6 liter Duramax, making approximately 1,050 horsepower and 1,850 pound-feet of torque. The third GM, and I guess maybe we can say in this case 3 times might be the charm, but number 43, Justin McNichols, has made it into Diesel Power Challenge with 613 votes. Justin is from Kingston, Ohio. He has a 2004 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD, triple turbocharged 6.6 liter Duramax, making approximately 1,500 horsepower and 1,800 pound-feet of torque. Congratulations to the 3 GM selectees. And on to Ram. All right. For the Rams, number 16, Mike Bunkelman, received 294 votes. He's from Campbellsport, Wisconsin. A lot of Wisconsin in this field here. Campbellsport, Wisconsin. He has a 2004 Dodge Ram 3500, single turbocharged 5.9 liter Cummins, making 780 horsepower and 1,300 pound-feet of torque. The second Ram in the field will be the Kevin Jacob at 284 votes. He's from Raymond, Wisconsin. Another Wisconsin. Wow. The great state of Wisconsin turned out at the polls. I guess that's what we could say here. Kevin has a 2005 Dodge Ram 2500 with a compound turbocharged 5.9 liter Cummins, making 900 horsepower and 1,550 pound-feet of torque. The third Ram, Dodge Ram actually, but the third under the Ram banner would be number 15, McCoy Black, who received 268 votes. McCoy is from Gold Hill, North Carolina. He has a 1995 Dodge Ram 2500, a P-pump truck, compound turbocharged 5.9 liter Cummins, at 1,000 horsepower, 1,900 pound-feet of torque. That's pretty interesting. Makes me think about UCC last weekend, and the P-pump truck of Todd Welch that did really, really well at UCC. Kind of laid a significant smackdown out there on the sled pull, but P-pumps to the front, I guess. Mechanical fueling. We'll see what it can do out there at UCC. I'm sorry, at DPC. All our CCs, but at DPC. Congratulations to McCoy. Now, as for the alternates, now listen up. Again, alternates were selected from Ram, from Ford, and from GM, in that order. Should the Ram selectee not be able to participate, we would go with the Ford selectee. Should he not be able to participate, then it would fall back down to GM. And this is basically because we rotate the alternate order, basically, and it's the person who's selected is just on the outside of making the top 3, so it's basically the next man up, and I think that's the best way and the most fair way to do it. And again, we've had a Ford alternate, we've had a GM alternate, so Ram is what's up. And with that being said, the first alternate is number 13, Lee Daniels. Lee is from Bear Creek, North Carolina, with a 2001 Dodge Ram 3500. That's also a dually. If I'm not mistaken, that's like the red work truck. Pretty cool. It's compound turbocharged, 5.9 liter Cummins. It's actually VP44 fueled, and Buck Stoneburner was our last VP44 truck. So kind of interesting to see that rated so high among the Ram voters, and we'll see what happens. Lee, you have a shot at getting in there, so I'll touch base with you a little bit later and see if you can make it, but you are our first alternate. And I'm sorry, Lee's Cummins, the 5.9 in his truck, makes 650 horsepower, 1,150 pound-feet of torque. The second alternate is number 38, Tyler Bransford from Cromwell, Connecticut. Tyler has, well, I think everyone knows what Tyler has. He has a really popular 2011 Ford F-350. It's single turbocharged, 6.7 liter Power Stroke, makes 1,300 horsepower and 24 pound-feet of torque. And we featured that truck in Diesel Power, and it really is an impressive street truck. Congrats on the alternate spot. You just missed it apparently, Tyler, but congrats on getting in there as an alternate. And you know, even if you're not bumped up, if you will, it's really cool that you got this far. The voters have spoken, for sure. The third alternate is number 41, Alan Burke, who I've seen on our Facebook and such, has quite a big following and fan club. Again, Alan, for the GMs, you were just outside it, but you're kind of hanging in there as an alternate if Lee or Tyler can't make it for whatever reason. So Alan is from Geneva, Ohio. He has a 2007 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD, the compound turbocharged 6.6 liter Duramax, making 1,552 horsepower and 2,000 pound-feet of torque. So that's it. Whew. How about that? I'm relieved. It's you know, it's now announced, and it's not over. It's not over by a long shot, but at least we know who's been invited to play. Now the plan is to follow up through the rest of the day with everyone on this list and make sure that they can play. Diesel Power Challenge is held in June in Denver, Colorado. June 4th through June 8th is when we're in Denver, and we'll bring you all types of coverage through the web and through Facebook, I'm sure, and then of course all of the stories and such that we'll have in the magazine. Let me go over these names once again in fast form, just so people know what's going on if you just tuned in. Our Ford competitors, our Ford selectees are Sean Doran from Richfield, Wisconsin, Patrick Whitcomb from Hubertus, Wisconsin, Tim John from Jackson, Wisconsin. Those are the three Fords that have been selected to campaign against Charlie Keeter. For GM, the GMs are Cody Aldrich from Valley View, Alberta, Canada, Rich Strew from Hicksville, New York, and Justin McNichol from Kingston, Ohio. Those are the GM potential participants. And on the Ram side, Mike Bunkelman from Campbellsport, Wisconsin, Kevin Jacob from Raymond, Wisconsin, and McCoy Black from Gold Hill, North Carolina. Our alternates in this order: the first alternate is Lee Daniels from Bear Creek, North Carolina, with a Dodge Ram. Tyler Bransford from Cromwell, Connecticut, with a Ford F-350. And Alan Burke from Geneva, Ohio, with a Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD. So that's it, man. That is it. Congratulations to those people who have been selected, and we're going to follow up with you now and make sure that you can come and give you other information that you'll need to know about DPC. Is there anyone out there with any questions? We'll hang on with the live feed for a few more moments and see what's going on. Sean Matz, definitely not the field you expected. It's an amazing thing. It's one of those deals where literally, everyone out there puts their vote in, and the tabulations just give you a word on how it's all tallied up. The tallying is done by someone who's completely independent of our group. Basically someone who knows numbers and knows accounting and knows how to do this type of stuff, and has, my guess, zero interest in what these trucks are like we're interested. It's really all about the numbers as far as they're tallied up and counted, and it is very accurate and checked and double checked. So that is what it is. But I don't know. I didn't anticipate anything, so it's kind of interesting just to see how it's played out. Blake Miller thinks it's rigged. Okay, Blake. Is DPC going to be a spectator sport? It would be great, Zeke. We've talked about how we can make DPC a public entity, and haven't come up with anything just yet. I guess that brings up the question as far as people that would want to follow DPC live. Would there be an interest in doing that? Would many of you like to? It's during the week, it's June 4th through the 8th, and it's during the week and people are working. But is that something that maybe you'd like to see more of in a live capacity, like if we were to stream it or something? So by like a show of likes and thumbs up and such, let me know what you think about that. It's something we can entertain, but as far as having people there at the venue and participating as fans or spectators, that's really difficult from a lot of perspectives, mostly on the business side, because there are insurances and such that are required, and basically it's a lot more of a big budget endeavor than doing it the way we always do it. So we would like to try to entertain doing it online in a live capacity, and it looks like we're getting quite a few thumbs ups about that. So we'll see. It's nothing's definite and nothing's set in stone, but it's something that we certainly can take a look at doing, if not this year, maybe next year. Any other questions? DPC is a comp for trucks with subpar power, I guess. Subpar power. I guess if that's your opinion, Chase, I don't know what type of power you're looking for. I don't think everything out there can make 2,000 horsepower. And based on what I've just looked at, it seems like there are quite a few players with, 1,000 horsepower and more than 1,000 pound-feet of torque. So I don't know what you need as far as power for it to be a competition that's to your liking, Chase. But appreciate your opinion for sure. Hi, Elva. Yes, it was. I didn't see you, but thanks for seeing me, I guess. What's up, Dylan? How are you, sir? I don't know if everyone's gotten their information, and now we're gonna dwindle this down. Well, of course, I'd like to go root for him, the rest of the boys. Yeah, Lindsay, it would be cool. It would be cool if it could be a live, something that's open outside of the teams that are participating. But right now, it doesn't look like it. Yes, Chris, we were set to announce at 9:10, and we started at 9:10 sharp and went through it twice. So you can replay this feed and get all the names, and we'll post the names a little later. And I'm sure some of the guys that are in are probably posting now on the Facebook, saying, hey, I'm in, or whatever. And let me put a caveat on that. The names are selected, but I guess as far as really being in, that's not set in stone until I speak with each candidate and confirm that they can make it for Diesel Power Challenge. So anyway, I guess we've gone on with this enough, and thanks very much for all of your your excitement and tuning in and everything. I think we're looking forward. We're going to see a great competition, and really look forward to good things and big things happening come June. So thanks again, everybody. Have a good day. Appreciate your support of Diesel Power as always, and we'll talk to you soon.